Hi, this is Taxis Chronicles and I'm your host, Simon Rushton. Tonight we have a third episode in a row where I've got three guys who are doing various different jobs. One in Africa and the other two, I can't remember right now, but I'm sure they're going to tell you. So gents, first question is, how do you think Boris is doing with this whole coronavirus? Do you think he's doing a good job? Do you think he's doing a bad job? Could you have done better?
Job he's ever done.
He's doing a shit job, is what he's doing.
The whole way through,
So you're not impressed then?
I'm relatively impressed.
Are you really? Are you actually really impressed?
No, in the way that a fucking Etonian can chat his way through anything. He's been kind of.
I mean, he's doing a medium
he's
political job.
He's done an immaculate job of getting where he is.
He's doing a medium political job
of
actually doing what he's trying to do. But the fact of the matter is, he's not actually doing a very good job of actually trying to stop people.
Around the country. But we knew that before coronavirus.
I feel like we knew that. I'm not sure that anyone else who thought he'd be the.
What do you think he should have done?
I feel like
I don't think he needed to do much. I think he just needed to manage people's expectations. You need to. Well, there was a lot more need to be done, but
I think you should have spent a lot more time.
How the virus affects your country is the result of a number of years of management of the systems in place to deal with that kind of shit, and that's been done. He turns up and fucks it, in fairness, but the fucked situation isn't necessarily his fault, but
he is a fucking PM. I mean, ultimately, he's the last person at the end of the day. It's his.
It's like poor old fucking what's his name, Sunak. He first day in the job was I'm a self-respecting Tory, and I'm just oh fuck, what's happened? Oh, the biggest fucking fiscal stimulus in decades.
Do you think he really got the virus himself? Or do you think it was a hoax?
It would be a great ploy. Same as him.
He definitely got the virus himself. Absolutely. He got flawed. Absolutely. No, he got flawed with the virus.
It'd be a great ploy.
I know people that worked in that hospital who were not allowed in that particular ward because he had the virus. That is absolutely the case. He got fucking hammered.
You never told us you had inside knowledge on this.
I agree with you there because I was dropping people to the hospital.
Oh, really?
And they said there's a whole floor. There's armed guards.
Absolutely.
To protect him.
It was all
like that.
It's politically convenient.
It
got it.
Yeah.
And
it's also fucking obvious.
Absolutely.
I make a point of shaking everyone's hand.
But then I also say this: if Boris, with his overweight self, can survive, I fancy my chances.
To be fair, if Boris can handle it, then maybe most of us can.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is,
I'm sorry, your Etonian education doesn't.
But the fact of the matter is that he's probably
you're
the best,
Etonian,
the absolute best.
I know he's not Etonian. Boris is, but.
Oh, okay.
No.
But clinically, it's been observed that being Etonian.
No, but the point is, they're not going to let the fucking PM die, are they? I mean, ultimately, they're not going to do that. And the fact of the matter is that he had the absolute best care that you could possibly get. Do you think that's the same case for every single person?
But the care
for all of the 200 people or whatever it is that died this week, do you think every single one of them got exactly the same amount of care that Boris Johnson did?
No, I'm just going to throw something in the mix. They say on the news you died with corona, not of corona, as in they don't do autopsies on the people who've died. So as I interviewed a doctor in the car, I can't remember what hospital he worked for, but I asked him, "What's the how can you define who died of what if you're not doing autopsies? How can you work out? How can you work out the difference between whether they died from flu or the corona, especially as the symptoms are the same?" And he said, "Really, we can't. All we do is put everything on the corona side for now." So what do you guys think? Do you think there's some kind of conspiracy theory or some suspicious behaviour in this, or do you think it's all above board of what we see?
What's the question is Sorry.
I
think it's just like the. No, you can come back.
No, I can go forwards. It's
like, I think it's the. Like, it's. I think it's quite easy from outside to say that it's, it's conspiracy or it's like malicious. I think it's just like, it's really. You can't do an autopsy on everyone. It's like, it's expensive, it takes time, it takes a lot of resources that can be used like elsewhere.
This one.
No, it's good.
Way. Yeah, no. This is the way.
It does work that way.
This is the best way to go home.
Yeah.
I think it's just like it's a shortcut to being able to generate statistics. So somebody dying of coronavirus takes a certain level of
confidence,
proof,
right?
Essentially, it's like. Would they have died if they hadn't have got it? It's somebody dying who has proved either pre or post mortem has contracted coronavirus, because you get coronavirus, you will not necessarily die of.
Yeah, it's a semantics and stats efficiency.
Exactly.
Well, exactly. It is actually a semantic
A lot of
question.
diseases, you don't die of the disease, you die of like a heart attack.
Yeah, exactly.
Something like that.
No.
Did you die of eating loads of burgers? Who fucking knows?
No, but I think all you can look at is the base number of people that were expected to die in quarter one of 2020.
Yeah, the excess deaths.
Well, that's the real fucking difference.
All those extra people that died, and I mean, in the most horrible way. I'm sorry. That's the least personal.
No, of course, no,
personal
absolutely,
way of looking at things
no.
ever.
But it's ultimately, that's the point, isn't it? Like,
So
something like the people would have died from X reason. Y reason.
So there's a difference between coronavirus and COVID-19. Coronavirus has always been around. They say it's been around in cats, for instance. They've always lived with it.
Right.
But the COVID,
is that true?
The COVID-19 is a specific strand. Now, do you believe that's been manufactured, or do you think it's just what it is?
No, it doesn't need
It's a mutation. Although the Chinese get up to loads of shit, but
that's a question, isn't it?
I mean, that would be a major fuck up. Like, when the guy left his files on the train.
Exactly.
In the government, that's a pretty bad fuck up. But accidentally releasing coronavirus,
Well, no, I mean, but these fuck ups happen.
They do happen.
Chernobyl.
And they have shit. To be honest, there are labs all over the world, like outside China, whatever, that have live coronavirus strains that could But it's the mutation that matters. I don't think. Well, it's even possible. It's chance. Even if they actively try to do it, it would be very difficult, because you have to have a certain mutation which has this.
The thing is, though, I feel like even if it was a deliberate thing, which I think is probably fairly unlikely, the ultimate, the result of it is. Oh,
come on, Jem.
It's actually slightly irrelevant, because hang on, what's he doing over there?
No, I agree. I think.
No, the point is, I don't think it's actually a deliberate thing, but also,
even if it
was a fucking deliberate thing, I think
it's
it's an accidental deliberate thing.
It's maybe cock up, but it's the built-in incentives of an authoritarian system whereby you don't release data that embarrasses powerful people in your area.
Yeah, exactly.
The next one.
On the left?
On the right.
It's not on the right. No, it's on the
right. No, you just say whatever he says.
It's fine.
All right.
Perfect.
All right.
Sorry about that abrupt ending. It's quite hard to control drunk people on 3 a.m. on a Saturday night, even though they should be indoors. But anyway, just as a reminder, I hope you found that somewhat interesting, even though they're a bit tipsy. Their point of views about the coronavirus and whether it's real, whether it's not. The reason why I was stressing on those points, because I get a lot of people in a taxi who actually believe that coronavirus has been manufactured, probably about 8 out of 10 people. And a lot of it varies depending on what profession people do. More of the working class believe it is something like of a virus. The upper class usually believe it's believe the government's narrative. But anyway, I hope you like that episode. Feel free to share and like and leave your comments, of course. There's an email link below. What I will say is we have our other podcast, which is Africa Investing Stories. It's about interesting stories about people who've invested in Africa, whether it's gone right, whether it's gone wrong, what they've learned, and funny little stories within that. We post at least once a week, ideally twice a week. So give us a try, and if you like I said, like and share, and don't forget to subscribe. Have a nice morning for the time it is now. Right.